Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Silver Screen and Chill, where we talk about all things movies and TV. This is our movie episode. My name is Matt.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Ian.
And this week, our episode is just going to be all about the big deal everyone's talking about right now, Batman vs. Superman, because this movie let me down.
He was the most worried about it.
And rightly so. I mean, it didn't live up to expectations. To tell you the truth, Ben Affleck really led up to expectations. He did a really good job as Batman and Bruce Wayne. I thought he was pretty badass. But, you know, Zack Snyder really setting the bar low for all these movies.
Not visually. Zack Snyder, you are a very good visual person, not so much story.
He's really good with trailers.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should make trailers.
Yeah.
Really good with trailers.
But everything else, though, not so much. I love Superman, and I thought this movie was really good. I think they did Superman really well. Like, in this one, they had him all right in Man of Steel, but I think they actually did a little bit better with him here. And, like, showing how strong he is and how powerful he is. But really, just, they didn't really go far with a lot of things. Like, for being a long movie, they didn't go in depth with too much of the characters.
It was a big issue with me. The length. It was almost 3 hours, right?
Yeah. And,
God,
you know,
it was really long.
For how strong they make Superman feel and everything, why did Batman create this suit to still only be just as strong as he is without the bat suit? Like,
that's
he
what I
created
thought
this
too.
suit and he could only still hit Superman if he did the kryptonite balls.
Yeah.
And by the way, Batman just kills people. He just destroys people's lives.
Yeah, let's not skip over the fact that this Batman
Just
kills
kills people.
He had a gun. I saw Batman with a gun. He had a machine gun at one point.
Dude.
He was shooting people. Yeah, I didn't expect him to kill anybody. Doesn't he kill people in the Dark Knight Rises? Or sorry, in
Weren't you telling me
graphic
about...
novel?
I'm trying to remember. I think I'm trying to remember if he kills the Joker or the Joker is just about to die and he doesn't do anything about it.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember if it's like that. But like another thing about him using guns and stuff was I saw this really funny post where it was like an interview with Zack Snyder and it's like I let him use guns and do that stuff because of the comic, and then it just immediately follows with a frame of the comic where it's Batman breaking a shotgun. It's like, this is the gun of the enemy and we will not use it. Like,
But
we won't use guns.
I feel like he does eventually lose his moral. I think after Robin dies, right?
He is more
Well, I think it's when it comes to the
morally
Joker.
dark.
Yeah, it's when it comes to like the Joker and stuff.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, he's not gonna be killing these common men, you know.
Yeah, and like if he's really afraid of Superman, I could see him trying to kill Superman, but not regular people.
You know what I really liked about this movie for some reason? The beginning. I really liked the opening from Bruce Wayne's point of view of Zod and Superman fighting. I don't know why, but I really liked that opening, and for some reason, it was really cool and it really worked, and it kind of got me excited for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, totally. I agree with that too. It definitely set the hate tone between Batman and Superman in a really real way.
Yeah.
Did you guys think that it was a little too much condensed into one thing? Like, it kind of got cheesy after a while, like with how much they're trying to cram in. Like with Aquaman and that was ridiculous.
They felt very forced.
Yeah.
They all those cameos, except for the Flash's first cameo, I think felt very forced.
You know what? I was glad you brought that up. I've hammered in that I hate how a lot of Marvel movies, all they try to do is tie in, and they don't really make sense if you're watching a standalone movie. If somebody just watches Batman versus Superman, you know what I mean? As just, I want to see if this is a good movie, and that Flash scene comes up. What the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying?
To tell you the truth in the movie,
and they never go back. And I know they're trying to set it up.
Yeah.
But that's not why I watch movies.
When I saw the movie too, and I saw that happen, someone had to explain to me there's the Flash. Like, it made a whole lot of sense. But it came up, and I was like, "Who's this guy in the Tron helmet?" And it really just confused me. And
in Batman's dream,
yeah. And I wasn't even really realizing that Ben Affleck fell asleep almost. Suddenly he was dreaming.
Yeah, I thought that was
random
weird.
dream sequences.
Yeah, I was like, why is Bruce Wayne just randomly like a future seer? Like, he just has all these weird visions of.
And how did the
dreams.
Flash get in there?
Yeah, well,
does he get in dreams? Is that like a thing the Flash does?
No, I don't think he can get in dreams.
I think that was time because he's able.
It's
to
like
go
him
through
going
time.
back in time. That's why he's like, "Am I too soon? Oh, damn it, I'm too soon."
Oh, okay.
Like he went too far back. Like, he could travel through time. What he's doing in a dream, I don't know. That makes no sense.
I almost feel bad for DC because they felt like they were really, really trying to play catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what made that, I think, is what the problem with the movie was when it comes down to it, because they have to go, man, we really have to get our universe together, blah blah blah. If they would have made this Batman versus Superman, and maybe because he had a cool dream sequence with those like flying dudes and stuff. And
Is that when he's like in the Fallout?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I thought
pretty
that
cool.
was cool too,
Yeah.
and like that is kind of cool when he kills people in that because like he's dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, if you just made it just Batman vs Superman and put Lex Luthor in there, maybe that's cool. Like I think that would have been really cool.
Yeah.
But then too many chefs in the kitchen, man.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
way too much. What did you think of? You said his name, Lex Luthor.
He was too.
I didn't like
gimmicky.
him.
Yeah.
I didn't like him personally.
I didn't hate him, and I thought he was fine, like kind of mad scientist kind of thing. One thing that threw me off was afterwards they were just like, it's Lex Luthor's son. Like, he's not the
That's
original
what that
Lex
was,
Luthor?
huh? He was his son. That makes more sense to me because when I think of Lex Luthor, I think of like somebody older.
Yeah.
I do not think of
Bryan
some
Cranston.
like young guy. No, yeah, I think
You know, it actually came out that they did consider Bryan Cranston.
Yeah,
that would have been a good. That would. I don't think you want to do it, huh?
I think
Just
he
a
did.
bald evil
no.
guy.
Yeah, because they asked him about stuff like that, and he came out and said that he wants a character created for him. He doesn't want to
okay.
be
Like make his own character.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wanna-
makes sense.
So Jesse Eisenberg did. He kind of made his own.
Yeah, I guess
But
kinda
did he
does.
make his own? I feel like I've seen him play that character twice before already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's just kind of.
I really just felt like it was the Facebook guy trying to be the Joker.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan.
I'm
of
evil and I laugh and
Yeah,
say weird shit.
I was not a huge fan of him.
Unfriends Batman. No, but like I thought it was alright. I actually had no problem with any actor in this movie.
Mhm.
Like I thought all the actors did
Wonder
fine.
Woman was freaking badass.
Yeah,
besides her
Gal Gadot.
like intro music.
Oh, you know what? That's a good thing you brought up. Everyone's going nuts over Wonder Woman's theme song. They love it. Like everyone is saying it is the best part of the whole movie. Is the
What the hell?
I thought it was the stupidest shit. Like it sounded funny. I don't know. Did you like it? You know what part I'm talking about?
I'm trying
With
to
the
think.
raging like drums
And there's like
I guess
and the
they really
Burger
call it-
King guitar solo.
what did you call it?
The Burger King. So it just reminds me of a Burger King commercial or something.
You know, I guess it didn't bug me that much.
I don't know.
Okay.
It felt really weird. But you know what's funny? That was the guy who did that. Was the guy who did the Mad Max soundtrack. I actually really like the Mad Max soundtrack.
Oh, but that was horrible. But you're saying something about the
She
characters?
was good. I liked all the characters. I thought there was like no flaw in any character here. I liked Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Everybody was really good. To me, what really let the movie down was just fitting a lot of things in. Too much jumping around. The pacing was weird, and like editing it all together through the story was just so off to me. Like how you were saying earlier, how it felt too long. Like you thought it felt. To me, it didn't feel long, but it didn't feel like that in the good sense. You know, it's like the movie was long, but it didn't feel long because you were kind of like entertained.
Mhm.
To me, it didn't feel long, not for that sense. It didn't feel long because so much was going around that it didn't feel like everything was just too snappy in the beginning.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like
so you
things
felt like
were starting to happen, but nothing got accomplished.
so you
Yeah.
felt like you were just watching a bunch of segments.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Okay.
it was, to me, it was just like there's Batman's segment, here's Superman's segment, here's Lex Luthor's segment.
That's kind of how
Here's
it
where
was.
they meet, and it's over.
Yeah,
and they
that's
fight,
kind of
it's
how
over.
it was. And you know what? Any Lois Lane centered scene, I was just like ready to go to bed. I did not care one bit.
Yeah, she's good, but like, why? I don't want you to be that important in a Batman.
Yeah, exactly. I just was like, you're just kind of wanting Batman, Superman.
Yeah.
Like they were promised. I didn't care about Aquaman or anything. I don't know the other guys' names. I don't even know who else is in Justice League.
Cyborg.
Cyborg was the doctor working on his son, and he was
Mm.
like pinned up at the wall and put them together.
That was
Aquaman.
a real lazy shoehorn of all those
Oh,
characters,
yeah.
by the way.
It
I'm
was.
just gonna send an email. Look at these videos. And Aquaman had one of the worst. I was
It
like,
was so awkward.
yeah, I was like,
Awkward
literally like, man, what the fuck is going on? They're just kind of like zooming in on him. He's backing up. You know what I mean? Then he's going forward, and he swims away.
What is this device?
What
I feel like
the hell was
Aquaman
that?
would be like the Thor.
Yeah.
He's like the Thor of the group, where it's like he's not used to like human technology. Yeah, he'd be like they'll probably give him like another one, like another. Like
Yeah.
they'll give him something like that, I'm sure.
Yeah, but
And then Flash was the other one, of course.
Yeah,
It was
but
Flash, Cyborg,
I
and
would never have even
Aquaman.
guessed.
It was really quick.
But but everyone is saying that Wonder Woman was the best part. Of the
Yeah,
movie.
she was really good. But one thing I thought was, I guess it's just me being a fucking asshole, was when she's getting on the plane and she's like decides to leave. It's like, where was her stuff? She has a sword and a shield. You're not getting that on a plane.
Doesn't she have
Like
like?
a private airline.
Or maybe like
She
no,
was on a Turkish Airlines flight because Turkish Airlines had like the commercials.
She can't like shrink them or something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
much
exactly.
about
I don't know
her.
the full extent of her powers besides
What
she's
I
like a
do
badass.
know about Wonder Woman is that they gotta change her costume because while it's sexy, that is not battle efficient. Your thighs would be getting. I was watching her just get thrown around by what's his name? What's the bad guy?
Doomsday.
Doomsday, and I'm like, dude, I'd be cut to shit. Like, Batman and Superman have these like spandex on at least.
Well, Batman's just in the background going like this.
Yeah, he didn't know what to
He
do.
was
I kind of like that he was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. This is a huge monster. He's not my character.
he goes, I had to build this fucking suit in Krypton, I think, just to try and
Yeah,
fight
just
this
to
guy.
fight that guy.
Like that was I like Doomsday actually. I thought they did Doomsday well in the sense where they kind of got his character right, and that when he gets beat up, he grows more spikes.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's his character. He just gets more and more every time he gets like battle damaged. He just will grow more to be stronger.
He kept on doing that one move though a lot.
Oh, and it made the big explosion.
Yeah.
The first time was really cool though.
Yeah.
When he first does that big like explosion move, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that was actually kind of cool.
And then around round 8 of that, I was like,
Round 8.
all right, Zach, I got you.
It was weird. It seemed like they kind of like just cherry picked what things from different comic arcs they wanted.
Well, they just threw him. It felt like they just threw him in there.
Yeah, it felt like they were just in a bowl, and it's like, all right, what are they doing today? What are they doing today?
Yeah.
Okay, so like an improv class.
Yeah.
Like, so it's Batman and Superman, and their comic is The Death of Superman. Oh shit, we gotta throw that in there.
Yeah.
And they, like they had the Superman stopping the nuke thing from The Dark Knight Returns. I thought that was interesting. Although that's
Wait, what?
What?
What did you say?
It's in The Dark Knight Returns, the comic.
He stopped. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Christopher Nolan. I thought they like somehow were saying that Superman stopped. Remember the bomb at the end of the?
Oh yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about?
No, and in the comic, there's
got
a
it.
nuke being launched and Superman stops it, and I think that's the reason why they justify that Batman's suit in that comic is able to fight him. They're like on an even playing field because he's not. Although he lived taking a nuke, he's not up to full strength a little bit afterwards. Like he looks the same, but he's not as strong.
What did you guys think of Superman dying?
I loved that they went there. I didn't love that they didn't keep him dead.
Yeah, no shit. They didn't even, not even, like you said, not even 10 minutes, and they're like, he's alive, don't worry. Like,
Were you scared?
When he
I was
first
scared.
died, I was like, oh, that's pretty, well, because I didn't know that's what brings the Justice League together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. So when they killed him, I was like, oh, wow, they killed Superman, that's crazy. But then they immediately, like, destroy any emotional impact that would have on you. You know what I mean?
To
That was
me,
a little ridiculous.
To me, it's like a slap to audience intelligences, and I hate it when filmmakers make the audience out to be a fucking idiot. Because it's like, no one's like, what? Superman's dead? How are they going to have a Justice League if Superman is dead? I'm not watching. It's like, no, you know he's not fucking dead. He's going to come back. You don't need to show me the little dirt.
Yeah,
sifting.
that's what I was. I was like, dude, you guys did yourself a disservice by doing that. It could have been a real emotional impact having like your main guy, Superman. You know, he's a big guy in DC.
And it's like, it makes sense for why they would do that because it's Batman. It would make sense on Superman if Superman were there to recruit the other members of the Justice League. You're like, hey, I'm Superman. We need help.
Yeah.
And if not, because I'm all powerful. But it just bring kind of like just Bruce Wayne's now mission to get everybody. I feel like that would be a lot tougher.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And so it would be a big deal. Like I could see it. Bruce Wayne kind of is going to be the Nick Fury of everybody's movies, like coming in, like we're recruiting everybody.
He is old.
And he is the coolest.
Yes. Yeah. Batman is the coolest of the Justice League. No offense, but he likes Superman, but Superman. Come on.
Batman only beats Superman because it's written that way. and realistically, he wouldn't.
No, absolutely not.
Super prepared.
Kill it. Did you guys? God, when they first start fighting, he like flings them across the thing.
Yeah. When he bounces off the fucking.
You know what I did really like about this movie for some reason, and something that you don't see in Batman movies very often, is Batman was scared.
Oh yeah.
He was scared of Superman, and maybe it's to Ben Affleck, maybe it's the directing. Okay. Somebody did a really good job with that because he looked terrible. Batman looks scared of Superman. You never see Batman look scared.
All right, I do have to say that the face that Ben Affleck makes, and they show it in the trailer a lot. And
when he opens up the...
No, when he's turning the car and he's like...
Oh, when you're talking about looking at Doomsday?
Yeah, he's like...
Yeah.
No, when he's looking at Superman, he's turning the car. He's like...
In the car?
Yeah, when he bounces the Batmobile off Superman.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He looked really scared, and like you never see you never see Batman get scared. And like the part I'm thinking of is when Superman rips the hood off the car. Batman's just sitting there looking at him like scared. He's like, "Oh my god, this guy's really scary to me. This is really what am I fucking doing? This is nuts. I run around.
Not the mob.
Yeah, I run around and fight people in the dark. This is not what I wanted. I loved that.
Yeah, it's like Superman said, if he wanted it, he could.
Yeah,
he could be dead already.
Yes, he would rip him in half.
Oh my god.
That was, I think, the strongest point in the movie is they really portrayed that very realistic, as realistic as you can.
Let's talk about the actual fight.
That's what I was gonna say.
I thought it was really well done, but I also thought it was also very short lived. It was super quick.
Yeah, but the problem was they built it up so much for 2 hours, and we get maybe 30 minutes of them fighting, if that.
Was it? I thought it was more like 15.
Yeah, it felt pretty short. But I mean, how long could we have a fight scene go on for?
If it's good.
Yeah, but until I guess if you want to include the Dooms, they had to also have them team up too. Yeah. So
to me, I thought it was.
Well, they didn't, but they chose to.
Yeah.
Oh, I also thought the reason the fight started was stupid. I really wish it was just like, look, we don't trust each other. We're gonna have to fight this out. Not, hey, I have your mom, and somehow Batman's already ready to fight you, so go fight him, or else I'm gonna kill your mom.
Well, the problem with that, the reason why they had to do the way they did is because Superman is way more of a morally good guy than Batman. So they can't. Yeah. Superman's not just gonna go. Oh, I'm gonna go kill this fucking guy. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Batman, yes. Batman, because he sees us as a threat. Yeah. Superman sees it as like a bug. He's just squashed. He didn't expect kryptonite.
Yeah, I thought the use of like kryptonite gas and stuff was cool, but seriously, the armor didn't make him stronger. It just made him like able to take a punch. That was interesting.
Well, I think the kryptonite helps too. I liked that sound thing he did. That was pretty cool.
Which one?
Batman rigs this like sound thing. I don't know if you remember. Yeah. Superman's walking, and all of a sudden these sound waves.
That whole sequence where you had all these traps that Superman walked through.
I almost felt bad I kind of felt bad for both of them during the fight because Batman, man, all his tricks weren't working. And you know what I mean? It's like watching your boy just not working out. And then I did actually feel bad for Superman when he was getting the shit beat out of him. He was really getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, when he got his ass kicked.
I was watching it like, oh my god, this is kind of hard to watch. He's really getting his ass beat. And I don't think he expected it. There's something about someone getting killed or hurt. Game of Thrones does a really good job of this, but unexpectedly, yeah. Something about seeing someone so strong just get taken down like that.
Yeah, that was nuts. And the fight was really crazy. I loved that whole trap scene because to me that captures how powerful Superman is, and that's one thing I love about Superman. It's just how much of a badass he can be.
And that's what everyone hates about him.
But I love it. I love how he's like indestructible. He's fucking perfect. Yeah. He just doesn't get phased when the machine guns go off. It's just like it just seemed like it bugged him. He's like, "How are you gonna do this?" Yeah. Breaks off was it like a manhole cover? Just breaks it in half, destroys each, and it's just like right now I'm like. You scared, Batman? This guy's gonna fuck you up. But yeah, I thought it was funny how he had like the kryptonite spear. Like he was ready to finish the job.
I got a big complaint about the spear though. The spear was cool. You know what I didn't like?
Superman gets it and
that was funny. The funniest part of that movie, I don't know if you caught this. When he goes in the water to get the kryptonite, and she's kind of like, "Where did he go?" And he's just laying there. You know what I'm talking about? Where did he go? And he's just kind of like floating and then running at the same. Everyone in the audience goes, "Oh yeah, you can't touch kryptonite." The spear thing was cool though. I didn't like how because their moms had the same name that he was just like, "Oh my god, we're friends now."
You know what's funny is I came to the conclusion that their moms had the same name.
I didn't think about it.
When they showed her get kidnapped, I was like, oh man, Martha Kent's getting kidnapped. And I was like, I said to myself, like in my head, right? I was like, oh, Martha Kent, Martha Witt. Their moms had the same name. Is that like I seriously had this thought, and then he was like, you can't let them kill Martha, and I was like. Oh, he's using his. Oh, so that's what they're like. I made that connection before they actually did it. And I didn't think they would go there.
I thought that was a little ridiculous.
That was a little ridiculous because who would just say their mom's first name right away? He'd be like, he's gonna kill my mom. Don't let him kill my mom.
Yeah, I know. Why not just
make it about the mom getting killed. Yeah. Show him that here's a human side.
Another, I think the biggest plot hole of the movie was though.
What? Not
Superman did not need to die. I mean, like, for, like, an emotional impact standpoint, yes. But the way he died did not need to happen. All he had to do is pick up the spear and chuck it at the guy. There's no reason he had to fly in there. He's Superman. He could throw things like a harpoon. There's no reason for him to fly into Doomsday. Because the way he
I guess to
died,
make sure it hits, because you don't know if maybe he'll jump out of the way. I don't know.
dude, he can throw it
I know. No,
faster than he can run.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
It
I'm just
Or
saying.
maybe just give it to Wonder Woman.
Yeah, or Bruce. Oh no, but they couldn't get close to him. Was the problem?
Let them die.
No, but Wonder Woman could get. Wonder Woman was slicing up Doomsday.
That's true. She could get close to him then. Yeah, why didn't she just do it? Oh, who fucking knows?
Because we need the
All
death.
right,
of Superman.
Zach. We need some answers.
I liked that in
Ball's in your court.
in the end when they put the silver S, like the
Oh yeah, that was cool.
on the black coffin, because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like the silver S is like the sign of the death of Superman. That's like the logo
Yeah.
at the time.
There's so much we can talk about with this.
I could go about
movie.
this all day. How much time you
Yeah,
got?
but not much. Actually, I have to go to work.
All right.
But in closing, we've talked about some of the negatives and the pros and cons. What did you guys think of the
It
movie?
was mediocre.
mediocre. The definition of a 5 out of 10.
Okay, I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was a little worse. I don't know. Maybe on par with Superman or Man of Steel.
I think I might like Man of
But
Steel more.
I think I might too. But I think just cut it in half. Get rid of all the fat they had in Batman vs Superman, and you could have had a really good movie.
That's why Man of Steel lost me
Yeah.
better, because it was just about Superman.
Yeah.
I just said it's the definition of 5 out of 10 because I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I just like, oh, it's all right.
I thought.
Oh, but one thing I will not let... I'm going to go off on this right now because it's pissed me off. I will not let Zack Snyder get away with this. He killed Jimmy Olsen for no reason.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that. I don't know who Jimmy Olsen is. so I
Jimmy
don't really
Olsen
care.
is the photographer for the Daily Planet.
Oh.
He's like the third friend
Mhm.
of, like, you know, everyone's got a group of 3.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's Clark Kent, Jimmy Olsen, who's the photographer, and he's like, they're kind of like best friends almost, and Lois Lane. It's them 3. And I thought he would be a big character, and they don't even tell you it's Jimmy Olsen when they kill him in the movie. He's the guy that they're like, he's like the CIA plant
Mm-hmm.
that they just shoot in the beginning. They don't tell you that's Jimmy Olsen, but it's Jimmy Olsen, and they're gonna tell you in the 3-hour director's cut that comes out in July.
I'll be passing on that one.
Yeah, I'll watch it because I hope they make it a little bit better. But it's stupid. How are you gonna? You say you don't have time. Like I think that like the argument was they didn't have time to like put his character in, but you have time for other random shit, and you don't even put in the time to tell you who it is you're killing. You just say
Also, if you don't have the time, why put him in?
yeah, and if
Yeah.
and if you don't know Superman, if you're someone who doesn't know Superman, you don't know that's Jimmy Olsen. You think, oh, it's just a photographer they killed, but he's
That
an
was
important.
me.
He's an important.
I didn't even know.
person.
When you were saying it, I was like, "Who the hell's that?" And you're like, "The photographer they killed." And I was like, "Oh, that guy? I thought he was just a dude."
He's a very important character in Superman's life, and it really bugged me that they said they didn't have time for him. Like they
Why
could
put him in there?
they could have given him something to do because a lot of time at the Daily Planet was just Perry White like, where's Kent? He's not here. Weird. Here's a headline. Here's a headline I thought up right now, and it's like you could take one of those scenes out and give it to like Jimmy real quick.
There could have been a lot of those.
It
Scenes,
it kind of really bugged me to just mishandle their reasoning to get rid of a character.
Yeah.
Like maybe if they had killed Jimmy and like took time to just like show like, hey, like this is Jimmy, this is what he does, he's now he's dead. Have him die during the fight or something like that. Like he's trying to get that would be cool. Jimmy Olsen is trying to get photos of the fight between Batman versus Superman or like them versus Doomsday, and then he just gets fucking.
Why would he have been on that island though?
Because he's a photographer. Photographers do random.
I
shit
think
to
the
get
problem
shots.
is we have absolutely zero emotional attachment to this Jimmy character, so
Yeah,
we're
that's
okay
true.
with him getting shot in the head. I don't know who he is. I know
he's an
him.
important Superman character.
Yeah.
but that's why I'm just saying.
Well, you
Zack-
like Superman,
Zack
so.
Snyder, don't just throw things away. I hope Hollywood doesn't do that to you. Kind of do. All right, so then that's our review of Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, that was
Solid,
overall
okay movie.
overall mixed review.
Overall
Actually,
mixed.
we're not very mixed on it. We all thought it was just okay.
It's just okay.
Which is surprising because when I went to a seat with him, he told me before the movie started, "I'm gonna like this movie no matter what. I don't care what anyone says. I'm gonna like it." And the
did
fact
you
that
really?
he, okay,
Yeah.
but see, and the fact that he kind of didn't like it means he really probably didn't like it. He probably really didn't like it.
They're
It's-
just so like we talked about the problem.
Hey, but if anything, if you want to look at a silver lining, they can only go up from here.
Yeah.
Can't really go much
Well,
down.
haven't we said that before?
No way. Green
Maybe we
Lantern.
just
Green
don't know.
Lantern's way worse than this movie.
Yeah.
They can only
Maybe
go
we
up.
just don't know what rock bottom
they
is.
can stay even. They'll
I
probably
think
make it
he's
even.
right. We really don't know what rock bottom is.
Probably not.
All right, so let's wrap it up with Netflix picks.
All right, who wants to kick us off? Here?
Ian.
I'll kick us off because I think he's still brainstorming. All right, I'm gonna go with Roseanne. Collection 2 is back on Netflix, and I'm excited. I've already watched all of them.
It's not the entire series. It's
No, and you know what? That is a good point that you brought up. Notice I said the collection, not season A6.
That's weird.
3. It's the collection. They did this shit before. I don't know what their deal is, but they have just like a bunch of episodes from like seasons. First collection was like season 1 to 3.
Is this only with Roseanne?
Yes.
That's weird.
And then the collection 2 they just released is like season 3 to I don't know 5, something like that. But and see that wouldn't be so bad if there was no seasons. But the episodes are all over the place. It starts off with Roseanne's sister being getting married. She's getting married, and then the next episode she's pregnant again and not married. Like they're just all over the place. There's no continuity, and I've luckily seen all of them in a row.
Yeah, I actually like Roseanne.
I love
I watch
it.
with my dad all the time.
It's
Good's
I would say it's the second best sitcom of all time.
Oh wow,
Yes, right behind Seinfeld.
that's.
I love Rose. I think it's a really funny show.
I think it is a really funny show.
John
So
Goodman.
that is my Netflix pick.
All right, my Netflix pick is going to be the I think it's IFC series, documentary now, with Bill Hader and
you were
Phil
telling me
Emerson.
about that.
Yeah, it's really funny.
It
It's
sounds
a series
hilarious.
of different documentaries with. I've only seen like a couple episodes so far, but it's Bill Hader and Fred Armisen, and like every episode is this different comedy documentary that they're making. It's like people trying to make a fake documentary, and one it's about like these brothers making a documentary about these spinster women their women are played by Bill Hader and Fred Armisen. Phil Armisen is his brother, but it's like they're really creepy and it's like eerie and it's them like going through their lives, and then the next episode after that is like them, Fred Armisen and Bill Hader are like these filmmakers trying to make a documentary about this Mexican drug lord, but in the end they like become friends with him, and the Mexican drug lord is actually Gomi from Breaking Bad. That's really funny.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really funny and a really good series we're checking out. Documentary now.
Okay. Right before I say my Netflix pick, for those Breaking Bad fans, I heard Gomi and Dean Norris, who plays Hank, have been on the set of Better Call Saul.
All right.
I'm
Stay
gonna
tuned.
be going really deep and super depth of my Netflix knowledge, and I'm gonna go with American Dad.
Is that new? Is that on there?
Yeah. I should just watching the whole series like I have done,
Multiple times.
and yeah, I'm restarting it again. That show's just hilarious.
You
I
didn't
love
want
Stan.
to pick 30 for 30.
30 for 30 with Adi
30 for
Dassler.
30. I let my hand go as you guys on that.
You sure did.
Showed my hand on that one. So American Dad. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's a good little indie.
Yeah, get Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
It's better than Family Guy now, I think. I would say.
American Dad's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It is actually.
It's
really
funny too because as much as you think that it's the same thing as Family Guy, it's a lot different.
It's pretty different. They go different ways.
American Dad.
Yeah, little indie flick
Little
coming from me.
indie flick.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do for us here.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
My thighs overexposed.
Don't go see Batman versus Superman, or at least don't pay.
I've probably already seen it.
Don't pay full price.
American Dad.